maybe I'd start being a lion.
Wait. Hey. I'm at my front door. I was at my front door. Saturday, 24th of May. 12:05. My stress levels have ramped up significantly in the last 4 minutes. Whilst I decided, yeah, let's go. Well, he decided, I mean, he was bugging me, let's go. So I sort of said, right, I'm going out, take him out. So since I committed to that, my stress is, it's adrenaline and cortisol, I think. I think. And it's just because of what I'm planning to continue what I finished at the end yesterday. Or, yeah, it was yesterday. And that is a stressful situation, conversation. So yes, my neighbour, my next door neighbour, guy who's, I didn't know his name. I'd never actually spoken to him. Oh well. I mean, besides, all right, and have you got a package for me? Or here, I've got a package for you. Yeah, didn't even know his name. It was John, apparently. Yeah, so he did whatever he did. And that has generated some sort of thoughts and feelings. It's a bit close to the bone, you know. Weird. I have a history with suicide and suicidal ideation. Am I doing this? I don't think I'm doing this yet. It was an awkward situation, and his missus, that was his missus yesterday, who was obviously finding things very difficult, I'd imagine. Leave it. About, what are we, 2025? So it must have been Christmas 2023. A friend, I say friend, because he wasn't really we were friendly, he was, and yes, I would say he was my friend. Was, you can see where I'm going with this. I was a musician for like a gigging, I was a self-employed musician. Went out earning money as a musician, trying, to do that. And I was doing that. I did that for like over a decade. And then I got burnt out. And COVID came and took it all away. And I tried to sort of, it was quite a, I didn't just start being a musician and being able to get gigs. I worked my way up to that. It was a hill. I had to push that heavy ball up. Who's that? That's somebody, isn't it? Who's that guy? Who's that guy who pushes a really heavy ball up a hill or a really steep slope? I'm gonna have to look that up. So it took time, you know. I started off doing open mic nights, and I mean, that was the first gig I ever, solo thing on my own with an acoustic guitar. It was open mic. First, well, it wasn't actually, well, no, all right, it wasn't open mic, but what was it? Oh, I think it was. Anyway, somebody I know, an acquaintance, was hosting one, and I saw him one. I was out on the piss, and he was out, and he saw me, and he said, "Oh, I'm doing the thing. Do you want to come and play guitar?" I was heavily depressed at the time. I mean, this was a number of years back now, like before I met Claire. Not long before, you know, sort of maybe two or 3 years before I met Claire, maybe. Can't really. Yeah, I think I've probably blocked quite a bit of that now. But yeah, so I started doing open mic nights and sort of showcases that people were putting on. You know, other people hosting, shall we say, and where they, come on, what are you doing? Go. Don't just look at me like that. Go on, we're doing it. Hosting and me being or the musicians that play in a sort of, you know, a number of us then individually doing half an hour set, 20 minutes, couple of songs, whatever. Starts off like that, right? And then I did that for a while well, it was the only way I could do gigs, because I'm just me. I've got a guitar, I've got a voice. I mean, at that stage, it actually wasn't very good, but it was all right. I mean, I could sing a key. Not obviously, it's fucking raining. Not God, this is hard. I'm so flustered, I just can't even talk properly. I can't get my thoughts out. It's because of what I'm trying to talk about. And I'm stressed. My fucking neck hurts. Whatever I did here, and I looked up and what? Oh my God. All night. Oh, it's like here. Here. Oh, fuck me. It really hurts. So I don't know what I did to make that happen. Anyway, what was I saying? He hasn't a shit. We fucking walked past it. Oh, don't tell Claire. I fucking forgot the poo. I had the last poo bag yesterday, right? So I kept it on there, thinking, oh, I can't throw it away. Got to keep it in case he goes again. Left it on the bloody thing, didn't I? On the hook thing. Went in the house, put the lead up on the thing. Fucking left the poo bag. In fact, it wasn't even. Yeah. Oh God, it's even worse than that. I went a step further. I took it off the thing. I took it off the thing when I hung up the lead. How many stories am I trying to tell here? I'm mixing a number of stories. You may not get to the end of any of them in this video. No, let's do the poo one. All right, so I hung the lead out, and I'd taken the poo off, and I just put the bag down on the side while I was sorting it out, unhooking him up and whatever. And I left it there. I just left it there, walked away, forgot all about it. And then later on, Claire saw that bag, and I was right next to her when she saw it. We were both there. I think we were about to go out the door, or I was about to go upstairs, and she was about to go out the door. And she goes, that's not poo, is it? I looked at it and I knew straight away. I was like, oh fuck, yes, that's poo. But I said, no, that is not poo. Don't worry about it. Walked off. She walked off because she leaves poo bags there. I thought, oh, I can get away with it. But fuck, go back and move that. It doesn't smell, you know. It was only a little bit, but you know, it's in the bag. The scented bags. It was tied up. It's not coming out, you know. You couldn't smell it. But I forgot to go and move it, didn't I? And then I got into bed last night, and I think I was watching back something that I'd recorded, and I'd mentioned, or he was having a shit or something, mentioned poo bags, and I thought, oh my God, I left that fucking bag there. I had to get up just to go and take it outside, because if I didn't do it right then, I'm about to go to sleep. No, there's no way I'm going to remember that tomorrow. So I have to do it now. That's something I've, worked out for myself, is if I don't do things when I think about them, I probably won't do it. Now he's having a poo, right? No, he just squatted to show me the signs he was having a poo, and then just got up again after I clicked stop. Right, so I've done the poo thing. So yeah, she's going to know that now, one day. Sorry, Claire. But it's gone now, I've done it. And all is okay. Yes, so, gigging. I couldn't it wasn't just a case of me going out and get whatever fucking gigs I want and getting paid whatever I want straight away. I had to work my way up to that. To the point where I was gigging every week of the year. Every weekend of the year. Now he's having a fucking poo. Poo you can't pick up is a dick. I'm stuck in the grass. So for me to remember what I was talking about before I stop, I have to keep saying the last thing over in my head over and over, so I can go back there. This is what I've been doing. Now I've forgotten it. Gigs. Yeah. Right. So I couldn't just, before COVID. So the year before COVID hit March 23rd. Was it 2020? I think. In the UK, that was the date that everything shut down, and they were all like, right, stay at home. Everyone stay at home if you can. Okay, he's just found I think it was a dog treat, so it's fine. He's just found it. Lots of dogs over there and people. Okay. We shall avoid, I think, Tucker. Will we? Ow, it hurts. Yeah, we're going to go up here. Come on, let's just stick to this. It's not quite what we do, but mission avoid. Right. So yes, COVID came, and so the year before COVID, right? So yes, the financial year runs from March to April, doesn't it? Or April to March, the end of March. And COVID hit March 23rd. Oh my fucking God, leave it. Leave it. Okay. Sorry, am I in your way? I am, sorry. Right. I didn't do it just then, which is why I'm smiling about it. Usually, when I'm in somebody's way, I say, oh, are you in my way? Because I think it's funny. I got that from my grandfather, my grandpa. Oh my God, they're just dogs and we're not going near them. Come on. They would come this way, wouldn't they? Yeah, he said that well, not all the time, but I've learnt that off him. Picked that up from him, and I do it, but I didn't do it then. It's just a little kid. I think it's because I realised I actually was in his way. He was trying to get into his driveway, and I was just stood there. Anyway, fucking hell. So March, COVID hit in March. Everything stopped in the UK, except. I can't even remember what they're called, critical workers or frontline workers or something, police, ambulance, doctors, hospitals, essential necessities, right? And at that time, I'd been a self-employed musician for 10 years. And we were going to get married and we went and got married in Las Vegas. And so we needed, you know, I was trying to be a musician, and what comes with that is you don't earn a lot of money. It's a payoff. You do what, you know, you do the job you like, but the financial reward is not necessarily good. Now, it depends what kind of musician you are, in my head anyway. It's just something I could never really understand with everyone else, but anyway, maybe it's because it's me, isn't it? So many threads I've pulled on, haven't I? Just dangling free. I hope this is recording. I've had like 3 times now where I've come out with this mic and it is not recorded the audio. Even though it's plugged in and I've got it on and it's saying, you know, it's plugged in and connected, for some reason it's not recorded the audio. So in the back of my head for every video, I'm like, you better be working. And then when I get back and realise, have a look, because I got to check it straight away. Is there sound? Yes, there is. Okay, fine. Leave it. Is there not sound? No. You know, rage. Not real rage, just internal irritation. Anyway, I've kind of accepted that it's going to happen. It's just annoying that what I talk about, I can't remember necessarily, like the 4 brains thing. Oh God. It's all right. Leave it. That's him. That's not him. It's the other one. It's so hard. I'm back on my ADHD medication, by the way. It's another thread I'm tugging on. I'll wait to do that one. Let's try and fucking tie something up, shall we? What have I talked about? The gigs, okay. COVID came, took everything away in terms of my gigs, my musical job, right? And at that stage, the year before COVID, I think it was 69. I did 69, like, you know, fully, just me, gone out with my own gear, set everything up and put on at least 2 hours of acoustic performance, right? Just me. Sometimes Claire comes, because she makes me better, right? So sometimes she comes, if she likes the place, or you know, if she doesn't know the place. I've taken Claire to a number of places and it's been like, it smells of piss and it's horrible, and she's like looked at me like, what the fuck you bring me here for? So I kind of understand. But the nice places where they're lovely to you, and you know, there's room to breathe and have your own space and do, you know, whatever. Sometimes I would encourage her to come with me, because A, she makes me better just by being there and singing. She does all the harmonies and that. She doesn't think about it, she just does it. I don't do harmonies, that's all Claire. Sometimes I do harmonies, depends, because yeah. So when I started trying to be a musician, I was very depressed. I had in 2008 I was in full-time employment, and I stopped being in full-time employment. Very depressed, and you know, I like playing my guitar, right? And this guy says, and I'm out fucking, you know, trying to forget everything. Come and I'm putting on an open mic, come and have a go. And I'm like, whatever, yeah, fine. So I went down there and I played a couple of songs. Somebody caught it, you know, captured it on their mobile phone. Oh, I was fucking shit. If you compare me then to, you know, 2020, no, let's say 2019. 2019 Gray, performance Gray, I was fucking dog shit. and that's all right. I can sing in key, I can play the guitar, but my confidence in that, I had never, not never, it was not normal for me to go out and say to people, hey, look at me, watch me do this. That's very hard for me to do. Except I know that I can do it. And I knew then that I could do it. I knew I could play the guitar. I knew I could play a couple of songs and do the words. I say do and not sing because I don't think of myself as a singer. I mean, I guess I am, but I don't. So I did it, and I mean, I look it back. I'm not going to show you it because, oh God, it's awful. Maybe I'll show you, put a little bit right sort of there, just a picture, grainy picture or something. I'm not going to put any sound on because, I mean, it was back then, mobile phones were shit, and it's distorted sound, and it all just sounds horrible. So it's not a fair representation anyway. I mean, phones aren't. You capture live performances, music on a phone. It's just not a fair representation of what's actually happening, what you're hearing. Anyway, so I was doing open mics, showcases, different things where I'd go to. You know, it was being hosted, put on somewhere, and I'd see if I can get on the bill. Go and, you know, all over the south, sort of anywhere I could, really. Anything, I'd do anything. I'd go and play anywhere, just to do it. Just fucking. I started at this one time. It's really, I mean, I was drunk, but I was probably high as well, to be fair. But whatever I needed to do it, I was like, yeah, right, I'll do it. I'll go and play those, and I did it. And even though I was shit and I was really nervous, and because I've been in bands as a guitarist and like songwriter, and I started I think I can say that. I kind of started my first band. The first band I was in was a school band, which I sort of said, all right, come on, let's go and do this, see what happens. And I taught a mate of mine to play guitar, and there was another mate of mine, I thought he can sing. And we met some other people and did some other things, and eventually we formed a band, right? We were in school and I was like 14, we were 14. And I was in that band as a guitarist. And I will say right now, as the like unspoken, unconfirmed, undiscussed leader of that band, it was me that was sort of would direct what we were going to play. Maybe I would definitely be suggesting stuff and showing people that if it goes like this. Basically, if I couldn't play it, there's no point we can do it, right? So I got to be able to play it. So it's got to be stuff that I like, because I only learn stuff I like. And then you know, as we got more sort of tighter and more bandy, you know, others started suggesting stuff and sort of developed a bit more from there. But you know, other people had more input, more say, more wanted to. I was very committed. You know, this is one of that would have been you know, what they called interests, special interests, music, band. I don't know. My focus. I was very focused, and that's all I wanted to do and be. Then, well, I don't know about now, but so I played in bands as a guitarist, and I gradually sort of took on backing vocals. So I was writing songs, so I was singing to myself and passing these songs on to the band for the other guy to sing. Then gradually I started doing backing vocals. Oh God, there's so many threads, I'm not going to get tied up. Can we go? Let's go longer. Come on. And over. If this isn't recording the sound. He's looking down the road. We live down there. Yeah, so gradually started doing backing vocals, and then I started doing like lead vocals for the odd song. I was basically Noel Gallagher, and you know, our little band, and occasionally for gigs. We didn't do many gigs, and we loved it when we got a gig because it was so rare. Occasionally, to pad out our set, I would do like an acoustic thing on my own, just play 2 or 3 songs in the middle, just to give us an hour probably. Anyway, that was really scary. Don't really remember any of it. I mean, I know I've done it, but I can't really say, oh yeah, I remember that. I remember one thing, but that was when we were just all playing as a band. Anyway, and it was to do with, you know, fear and anxiety. I never like looking out to people because it's scary. So I'd be looking at what I'm doing, or the floor, or, you know, my bandmates giving cues and nods and things. And the first bass player we had, before we got a better one, sorry Ed, he said to me, oh, I guess I must have mentioned it or said something, I don't know, I'm so afraid. God, I remember the first time I ever got up on a stage and played guitar. I can remember that fear. God, that internal, wow, that was intense. I can feel that. I can remember that feeling. That was weird. Anyway, that was a different gig. So, now, Siri has just pinged in my ear and said, oh, are you doing a walkout? A workout? Are you walking? Do you want to do an outdoor walk? Yes, thank you for bringing that up. Please record it. And then I've looked at the screen and realised it's not recording. This has happened once before, at least. And I'm thinking that it stopped recording when that notification came through, so we haven't missed anything, but I'm considering the possibility we may have, which will be annoying for me. So I did start to do singing. I have sung on my own, but I didn't like it, and I wasn't confident at all. But I knew I could do it because I knew I could play the guitar. I knew I could play that song. I knew I could sing it in key. So yeah, all right. So when this guy says to me, "Come on," and I'm like, I'd only ever really played in bands and did the odd little thing, you know, once in a blue moon. So he says, "Come, yeah, all right, I'll go." So I went and did it, and even though it's shit, everyone loved it. I think in my head, everyone loved it, but it was enough to go, wow, I quite like that. I mean, it was scary, but I liked it, and so I did it more. I did it as much as I could, and the more I did it, the more it told me that I could do it. I knew, you know, it was reinforcing this knowledge I thought I had of, yes, I can do that. So I did it more and more and more, as much as I could. I wasn't getting paid. You know, might get paid fuel expenses if I fucking moan about it. Or, I mean, most places are like, oh, we'll get you drinks. Well, that's no fucking good if I'm driving, is it? So, yeah, I would aim for at least fuel, you know, expenses. And then I met Claire, and she had a PA system. She had her own PA system because she was a singer. She's a singer. And she's at that stage, she was in an acoustic duo. She was a singer and she had a guitarist guy, Paul. She had a PA system. It was hers. She was a singer, and you know, that's what they used. So as soon as that became available to me, I was like, wicked, I can try and go and get my own gigs. I don't have to rely on anyone else to give me the fucking speakers and shit. I can approach places, and so that's when that started. That's when that hill, I started to climb that hill of finding venues that want that kind of music, or not that kind of music, that like an acoustic singer-songwriter, whatever, or a performer, whatever you want to call it. Covers, I do covers. I do originals, right? Okay. I mean, most people want covers. It depends. People, as in punters in the pub, pissed up, whatever, they want covers, really. Majority of them. I mean, some people want originals and you know, ask you, but some places only want covers. So I started building relationships with venues, like, can I come and perform for you? Right. So this is how I would do it. Where are the pubs? Where are the venues? Do they put on live music? Is any of it live acoustic? If it is, cool. I shall send them a message and go, look, I can come and do that if you want. Got all my gear. Okay, that's weird. Are we still going? We are. I've got flames in my ears and it's just stopped. I haven't done anything, so I don't know why that has stopped. Oh, it's just come back. It's back. Right. You can probably hear the flames actually, because I've started including it. It's really just for me, but I think part of me thinks it might be soothing for somebody else. So, started up that hill, getting gigs, performing, doing longer gigs, going out with my own Claire's. You know, it became ours, right? And we went out collectively, like, you know, they would go out as a, because that's how me and Claire met, like on this sort of open mic, showcasey sort of circuit, local, I suppose. And that's how we knew each other, right? And just as, you know, fucking never went, I mean, I probably said hello to her, both of them. But, not, I mean, I didn't talk to people, right? So I'm in and out. I go in, do my bit, and then leave. I don't want to talk or see anyone. Anyway. So we'd go out, me and them as a like a double act kind of thing, and put on a show between us. We do longer sets, a bigger thing, command more fee, yeah? Split it between us, and me and Claire, you know, we're quids in because we're a two at that point. So we do that a bit, and then I started doing more and more, as much more as I could, and Claire had a full-time job, so did Paul, the other guy, and so they would come less and less because of other commitments, and I would be doing more and going out with the PA system and doing more, and whenever I could get Claire to come with me, I would, because A, she makes me better, but B, when I got to hear her sing, because she's fucking good and I like it, and I want to hear it. And the only time I could hear her sing was if she was singing, funnily enough. So I would start to, I think I'm going to increase this. I would start to say to her, "Oh, come with me." You know, if they weren't doing one or she wasn't doing any, come with me, help, give me, you know, pad out my set. You make me better. We get more money. I hear you sing. Win-win. Win-win. So she did, and then, you know, and then that's what we did. And then they split up. I mean, they stopped doing stuff. It's maybe it's to do with me. I don't know. She started doing more with me. I don't know. But they started doing less, and now they don't do anything. And she doesn't do any singing now. Really. I mean, at home she might sing around the house, but it's not the same, is it? It's not what I mean. So I'd get her to come out with me whenever I could. Please, come on. But I knew she didn't really want to. Because you got to do a lot of fucking, there's a lot of bullshit, faking, and I mean, we both hate it. Masking, having to be that, you know, on mode, you know, and it's hard. I mean, it's easier for her than it is for me. And I didn't like it at all. I don't like it at all. So I would just go into what we call Roadie Mode, where I was just fucking setting up and getting on with it, setting things up, doing stuff. Do the gig, come home. I've lengthened this twice, and we're already back. So I think I have to try and get back here another day. I didn't talk about the thing I started with, other than that. Alright, well. Claire's a singer. She doesn't sing no more. That's a shame, isn't it? If this fucks up, I will not be impressed.